So we'll recap. Cameron Huckabee, Brantley Baker, Aaron Swafford, Noah Davis, and Caleb Newman. And it's Isaiah Farrar, James Thacker, Jordan Ledford, Mac Thacker, and Jack Murphy. Set to start it off here. Newman tips. Meigs County takes the tip in front court. Brantley Baker with it. Right wing, Swafford. Now out front it comes to Davis. Back over left side here is Huckabee. Huckabee, the freshman, drives off the glass. Shot no good. Rebound chased down over in the corner by Noah Davis, and Meigs County will keep the basketball. Out front with it now is Baker. Baker cut off. Picks up his dribble. A little runner in the lane's good for Brantley Baker. Well, Meigs County jumps out front 2-0, 7:27 to go in the first quarter. Now, part of the reason Meigs County has started out winless is they didn't have the football players for a little while, so Swafford and Newman will make a difference on the squad. Farrar, three-pointer right side, bottom. Skip pass came across. Farrar drains the three, and Central's back on top. Over it goes right wing now to Swafford. Baker with it between the circles. Baker still with it. He's going to spin in from the right wing. Off the shot is up. It's no good. It was altered by Murphy. Mac Thacker pulls down the rebound, and James Thacker now in front court. James kicks it off left corner to Ledford. Ledford lost the basketball, but it's going to go off Newman out of bounds, and the Chargers will keep possession of it. 6:44 to go in the first quarter. 3-2 Central on top of Meigs County. Ledford with it. Skips it out front to Farrar between the circles. Into the left side of the lane to Murphy. Right wing James Thacker. Now three-pointer out front Isaiah Farrar. It's short. And Swafford comes down with a rebound for Meigs County. Into front court it comes to Davis. Davis on the left wing. Over goes right wing to Brantley Baker. Baker swings it left to Swafford. Now left wing to Huckabee. Cutting down to the hoop with Swafford. Feeds it off to Newman in the paint for the assist as Newman scores the bucket and he's fouled. Foul's going to be on Murphy, his first, team's first. Swafford got the assist. Newman got the bucket, and he's at the line for one. Free throw, a chance to put Meigs up 2 here in the early going. Free throw on its way is no good. Jordan Ledford with a rebound for the Chargers. 6:18 to go in the first. Meigs County leads it 4-3. Chargers with the basketball, and stolen by Baker. Turnover, James Thacker. And then James almost stole it back. But down low, Newman comes up with a loose basketball and works his way in for the bucket. So 6-3 Meigs with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. James Thacker over to Ledford. Left elbow Murphy turns. Shot blocked by Newman. Murphy gets the loose basketball. Over it goes Ledford left wing. Ledford for 3. Bottom! Ledford drains the 3, and the Chargers take a tie of the game at 6. 5:37 to go in the first quarter. Fed down low to Newman. Newman goes baseline off the glass and scores. 6 for Newman. And it's an 8-6 lead for Meigs County. James Thacker with the basketball between the circles. Elbow to Mack. Back out to James for 3. Bottom! Mack with the assist. James with the 3. It's 9-8 Chargers, 5:08 to go in the first. Brantley Baker with it right wing. Between the circles to Swafford. Over it comes to Huckabee. Huckabee back out front to Baker. Baker long three-pointer. That one's short. Tipped around. And James Thacker saves it in to Mac Thacker. Mack in front court. Has it poked away from behind, but it'll be Charger basketball. And the Central's going to inbound it along the baseline beneath their bucket. 4:51 to go in the first quarter. Central on top, 9-8. Lobbed out front to Murphy. Over it goes right side, James Thacker. Swings it left to Farrar, now left wing to Ledford. Ledford thought about a 3, instead gives it off short corner to Murphy. Back out to Ledford on the left wing. Free throw line, Mac Thacker doesn't take the jumper, kicks it out front, Farrar. Over to Ledford, Ledford. Short corner, Murphy, baseline jumper, bottom. Ledford with the assist. Murphy with the bucket. Chargers are up 11-8 with 4:25 to go in the first. Brantley Baker with the basketball. Down the lane, Baker. Shot up and good for Brantley Baker. 4 points for Brantley. And that pulls the Charger lead down to 1. 4:12 to go in the first quarter. Free throw line to Mack. Mack turns. Kicks it off left wing to Ledford. Ledford drives. Baseline, kicks it back out front. James Thacker. James to Mac Thacker, left elbow. Now left wing to Ledford. Ledford gets a pick. Ledford down the lane, off the glass. No good. Tipped around. Newman comes down with a rebound, and Ledford, it's almost as sure as the sun rising. Ledford misses a shot and commits a foul. First foul for Ledford, second team foul against the Chargers. Carden and King check into the game for Ledford and Murphy. So Garrett King and Darius Carden enter the game. Darius led the Chargers Friday night, 15 points. Central on top 11-10. Meigs County with the basketball. Huckabee with it left wing. Huckabee between the circles to Swafford. Over it goes right wing to Baker. Baker works off a pick. Carden comes over to switch. And I'm not sure what they call. I guess
offensive foul.
Nope.
Illegal screen.
They didn't call it. It must have been 3 seconds. Because they didn't put a foul up. It must have been 3 seconds. So Thacker over it goes to Carden left wing. Free throw line, Mack. Mack turns, jumper, bottom. 5 for Mack Thacker. No, it's not. 2 for Mack Thacker.
Yeah.
I gave Mack the three-pointer earlier instead of James. Shame on me. So 13-10 Chargers on top. Swafford drives, kicks it out front. Three-pointer on its way by Noah Davis. Bottom. Swafford with his third assist. Davis with his first bucket. We're tied at 13 with 2:57 to go in the first quarter. James Thacker with it out front. James. Over it goes right wing to Carden. Over to between the circles to James Thacker. Free throw line, Mack Thacker. Left wing, Farrar. Through James Thacker over to Carden. Carden short corner jumper to Garrett King is good. Carden gets the assist. Garrett King with the bucket. Both teams shooting pretty well here early going. It's 15-13, Chargers on top. Huckabee, out front it comes to Baker. Baker between the circles. Lobs it down low to Newman. Newman, Mack Thacker comes over for the block, commits the foul instead. His first, team's third. And so Caleb Newman back at the free throw line. 6 points for Caleb Newman at the line for 2. 15-13 Chargers on top. 2:21 to go in the first quarter. Newman misses another free throw. He's 0 for 2 so far. Second free throw for Newman. Made that one. Hello, Newman. As Seinfeld would say. It's 15-14. Now, Chargers lead is 1, 2:15 to go in the first quarter. James Thacker with the basketball. Mack Thacker along the baseline. Kicks it up, free throw line, Garrett King. That shot's an air ball. Was it tipped? They're going to say it wasn't blocked. Unlikely, but anyway. King misses the shot, and it's Meigs County basketball. 1:57 to go in the first quarter. Central 15, Meigs 14. Aaron Swafford with it out front. Aaron Swafford's going to drive. Feeds it off to Newman. Missed the shot. Gets his own rebound. Put back no good. And it's out of bounds. They're going to say it's off the Chargers. So it's Meigs County basketball. 1:43 to go in the first quarter. 15-14 Chargers on top. Meigs County inbounds from the baseline. Baker with it in the left corner. Baker works his way in. Shot is up, it's no good, and it's out of bounds off of Huckabee. It'll be Charger basketball. Carden inbounds to James Thacker. 1:33 to go in the first. Central 15, Meigs 14. Central with the basketball. James Thacker. Meigs switching on the screens. James still with it. James goes baseline to the left corner to Farrar. Out front, Mack. Mack doesn't take the shot. Dribbles to the free throw line. Back over to Farrar. Long three, Farrar. That's an air ball. Davis with a rebound. To Baker. Up ahead it goes to Swafford. Over to Newman, and it's a turnover. Couldn't handle the pass. Pass a little bit too low for a post running the floor. And so it'll be Charger basketball. Murphy and Ledford going to check back in for Mack Thacker and Isaiah Farrar. So Central going to go with a tall lineup right now. And really, Central's got a lot of length in their lineup. Thacker with it front court, a minute to go in the first quarter. Central up 1. Bounce pass, and there's going to be a foul, I believe, on Newman. Hello, Newman. First foul on Newman, first team foul for Meigs County. Central going to inbound from the baseline. In it comes. Garrett King, left elbow, bottom. Ledford with the assist. Garrett King with his 4th point, and Central leads it by 3. 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Baker with it, right wing for Meigs County. In the corner, Huckabee wide open for 3. He missed it. Garrett King pulls down the rebound. Outlet pass to Darius Carden. Carden pushes it into front court, right side. Carden on the right wing into the right corner to Ledford. Ledford, bounce pass to Garrett King, works his way to the hoop. Shot blocked by Newman, but Ledford gets the rebound. And then Ledford's fouled by Aaron Swafford, his first, team second. So Ledford will inbound from the baseline. Central up 3, 28.9 seconds to go the first quarter. Murphy wide open from 3. That one's no good. Backside rebound, King. Kicks it out front, Carden. Carden over to Ledford. Up top, James Thacker. 20 seconds. James Thacker free throw line. Pull up jumper. Bottom. James Thacker with 5. Central leads it by 5. 11 seconds to go in the first. Baker with it out front for Meigs County. Now 5 seconds on the clock. Baker's going to drive. Baker pulls up. Shot is no good. Carden gets the rebound at the end of 1. 19-14, Chargers on top of Meigs County on WYGO Sports. Know the score. First game, Chargers lead here 19-14 as we begin the second quarter, and they have the basketball. James Thacker with it out front. Garrett King, 3. Bottom. James with the assist. 7 for Garrett King, and Central's up 8. Out front with it, Swafford. Left wing goes to Huckabee. Now Huckabee still with it. Baseline to Baker. Into the paint, free throw line. Davis, pull up, jumper, good. Baker gets the assist. Davis with 5. And the Charger lead cut down to 6 with 7:20 to go in the half. James Thacker with it, left wing. James Thacker loses the dribble. Too much dribbling. Stolen by Baker. Baker to the other end for 2. And now it's a 4-point lead for the Chargers with 7:02 to go in the half. Farrar and Mack set to come in. Next dead ball. Ledford with it out front. Ledford down the lane. Ledford off the glass for 2, and he's fouled. 5 for Ledford. Foul's going to be on Caleb Newman, his second. Team's third. Garrett King and James Thacker leave. Garrett with 7 points. Ledford's free throw is no good. Rebound pulled down by Baker. Into front court ahead to Swafford. Swafford off the glass. Shot blocked by Mike Thacker. But Newman gets the rebound and puts it back in. 9 for Newman in the first half. Charger lead back down to 4. 24-20, Central on top. 6:30 to go in the half. Darius Carden pulls up free throw line. Banks it in. Bucket for Carden, his first of the night. Central's lead back to 6. Huckabee, over it goes to Swafford. Now to Davis. Back to Swafford. Now Baker with it between the circles. Dribbles over toward the left wing. Swings it back right side to Swafford. Swafford still with it over to Davis. Tries to get the cutter. Mike Thacker tips it. He goes off Caleb Newman's hands. It'll be Charger basketball. Not a lot of turnovers. That's only the second turnover of the night against Meigs County. Chargers have how many turnovers there, Wesley? 2. 2 turnovers apiece. So Farrar out front to Carden. Swings it through Mac Thacker. Into the left corner it goes to Jordan Ledford. Ledford dribbles the baseline. Over it goes to Farrar left wing. Back out front to Mac Thacker. Mac still with it. Still dribbling with it. Looks for a backdoor cut. Wasn't there. Lobs it in there to Murphy. Murphy works his way into the paint. Kicks it out front for Farrar. Farrar's floater is no good. And Swafford pulls down the rebound. Into front court it goes. Over to Huckabee. Huckabee on the right side. To right wing. Baker spots up for a 3. Banks that one. It's no good. Murphy pulls down the rebound. Up into front court through Carden to Farrar. Back out front to Mac Thacker. Mac drives. Floater down the left side of the lane. It rattles out no good. Gets his own rebound. Mac off the glass for 2. 7 for Mac Thacker. And Central's back out in front by 8 with 5:11 to go in the half. Huckabee with it out front. Huckabee, whistle, and a hold against Isaiah Farrar. His first, team's 4th of the half. Checking back into the ball game, Garrett King and James Thacker. Carden and Murphy going to go to the sidelines now. So Central going about 7 deep tonight. Meigs County going about 6 deep so far. As checked into the ball game is now Jackson Fritz. Davis with it, free throw line, kicks it out front to Swafford. Swafford works his way in, stops, turns, shot up, no good. Garrett King pulls down the rebound. Now Ledford with it, back over to James Thacker, and James will enter front court left of the circle. 4:45 to go in the half. Central on top, 28-20. Farrar, right wing, out front it goes to Ledford. Ledford guarded closely by Swafford. He drives, feeds it off to Garrett King, misses the layup. Brantley Baker pulls down the rebound. Baker, over it goes to Huckabee. Huckabee pulls up, 15-footer left side, no good. Ledford pulls down the rebound. 8-point lead for the Chargers. James Thacker with it front court. Over in the left corner, Garrett King, three-pointer, no good. Fritz gets the rebound. And then Brantley Baker will enter front court through the center circle. Pull up from the three, nobody picked him up, missed the shot. Garrett King gets the rebound, and Fritz commits the foul for Meigs County. His first, team's fourth. Checking into the ball game for Meigs County, Samuel Anderson. 4:06 to go in the half. Central 28, Meigs County 20. Chargers have the basketball. James Thacker will walk it up for Central. Thacker still with it. Thacker, right elbow. Over it goes to Mack. Mack thought about a three, thought better of it. Now picks up his dribble and turned it over. Swafford with a steal. 3:44 to go in the half. 28-20, Central on top. Davis, three-pointer. Rattles out, no good. Ledford gets the rebound for the Chargers. Ledford's still with it. Ledford's going to enter front court left side. Ledford going to drive. And airmail the pass for Farrar, so Ledford turns it over. 3:25 to go in, 26 rather, to go in the half. Central's up 28-20. Meigs County has the basketball. Brantley Baker enters front court left of the circle. Baker still with it. Tries to get the cutter. Fritz. It's tipped out of bounds by the Chargers, and so Meigs County will inbound from their baseline. Baker gives it in to Fritz on the right wing, hands it off there to Baker. To Davis. Davis open from three. Missed it. Murphy pulls down the rebound. Murphy hands it off to Farrar, and Farrar enters front court with the basketball. Picks up his dribble, turns it over. Farrar turns it over. Baker gets another steal. Baker down the left side of the lane. Shot off the glass, no good. Ledford pulls down the board for the Chargers. So shooting and carry of the basketball is slacked a bit here now. James Thacker drives the lane, pulls up and scores. 7 for James Thacker. Central on top 30-20, and Sammy Perkison wants timeout. Back in 60 seconds with 2:34 to go in the half. Central 20, Central 30, Meigs 20 on 99.5 FM. But we noticed and we talked about it. So Meigs County has the basketball, 2:30 to go in the half. Central's on top by 10. Brantley Baker with it out front for the Tigers. Over it goes right wing to Anderson. Out front now to Owens, who's in the game. He's a freshman. Owens. Over it goes left side to Swafford. Now Baker gets the basketball. Chargers trying to deny it. Baker pulls up left side. Shot no good. Mike Thacker pulls down the rebound. Baker with 6 first half points. Chargers on top by 10 with the basketball. James Thacker to Murphy, who's deep. Kicks it out. Mike Thacker kicks it out to Carden. Carden, left wing with it. Gives it back to James Thacker. Murphy had it deep in the paint. Score with it. James Thacker out there near the center circle with the basketball. 1:45 to go in the half. Central up 10. Tried to feed it down low to Thacker that time. It's tipped out of bounds by Fritz. 1:40 to go in the half. Central up 10. Need a score here while Movement's on the sidelines. In it comes to Farrar. Farrar over to James Thacker right side. James Thacker feeds it to Murphy. Murphy backs his way in, kicks it out. Mike Thacker thought about a three, doesn't take it. Mike's going to dribble, Almost lost it. He did lose it. Mac Thacker with a turnover. Was poked away by Swafford. Brantley Baker with the ball, scores with the basketball. 8 for Brantley Baker. The Charger lead is cut to 8 with 1:12 to go in the half. Too much dribbling going on. So James Thacker with it out front. James still with it on the right wing. Turned it over. They said he turned it over. Carried the basketball, so that's a turnover for James Thacker. And Meggs with it now, down 8 with a minute to go in the half. Baker with it out front. Baker hands it off to Owens. Owens between the circles, over goes left wing to Anderson. Back out front to Brantley Baker. He's got a height advantage on Farrar. Brantley Baker. Farrar goes under the screen, and Brantley Baker drains the 3 for his 11th point of the half. A minute ago he had 6, now he's got 11, and Meigs County's only down 5 with 35 seconds to go in the half. James Thacker with it out front. James still with it. Gives it over to Carden, left side. 18 seconds left in the half. There's Farrar. Farrar cuts. Farrar off the glass for 2. Carden gets the assist. Farrar with 5. Central's lead back to 7 with 6 seconds to go in the half. Baker with it. Baker. Backdoor cut to Swafford. Off the glass, no good. Carden gets the rebound and the halftime score. 32-25. Chargers on top. So Carden with the board to secure it there at the end. We'll take a break, come back with your halftime, or actually come back with your Meet the Charger halftime feature. List of Central High School basketball as they lead Meigs County 32-25 at halftime on 99.5 FM. Starting the second half, it's going to be Meigs County basketball. On the floor for Central starting the second half, it's the starting 5 of Jack Murphy, the Thacker boys, Ledford, and Farrar. And it's going to be the starting 5 for Meigs County. Davis, Huckabee, Baker, Newman, and Swafford. Ball tipped and stolen as Huckabee tried to force it down low. Chargers with the basketball. Ledford with it right wing. To Murphy, right block. Left hand shot is up. No good for Murphy. Gets his own rebound. Off the glass, 2. Oh, it rattled out, but he draws the foul. That's Newman. 3rd foul of the night, 1st foul of the second half. So Jack Murphy will step to the free throw line to shoot 2. Is that the first trip to the line for the Chargers tonight?
No. Ledford missed the front end of a 1-and-1.
I didn't put it on here. Free throw for Murphy is good. His 3rd point of the night will put the Charger lead out to 8. Second free throw for Murphy is good. Made them both. 4 points for Jack Murphy. Central leads it by 9 with 7:33 to go in the 3rd quarter. Baker out front. Swings it right side to Swafford. Swafford over to Davis between the circles. Davis still with it. Up front it goes to Baker. He's out near the timeline. Now comes between the circles. Tries to work off a screen. Fighting outside the screen was James Thacker. Baker gives it up to Swafford. Swafford in the paint. Swafford shot is up. No good. Newman gets the rebound. Puts it in and he's fouled. 11 points for Newman. He's fouled by Jordan Ledford. That's his second, team's first. The Charger lead now at 7 after that bucket by Newman. Newman's free throw's on its way. No good. He bricked it. Tipped around, and finally James Thacker gets the basketball and a whistle and a foul on Swafford. Swafford came up from behind, tried to poke the ball away. They whistled him for a foul and a technical foul. A technical foul on who?
Swafford.
They called a technical on Swafford. That's his 3rd, team's 3rd. So Swafford whistled for the technical, and James Thacker is going to shoot 2 free throws. I'm not sure what he did.
All I saw him do was jump up and down.
So I guess they were considering that showing up the referee, and Thacker misses the first of the technical free throws. Chargers 2 of 4 from the line so far tonight. Free throw on its way for James Thacker. Got that one. 8 points for James. Central's lead is 8. It'll be Charger basketball.
And it wasn't the referee that called the foul.
No.
That teed him up.
No, it was the crew chief, so to speak, who came in and whistled it. James Thacker works off a pick out front. Now at the left elbow, into the paint, whistle. Foul going to be on Brantley Baker, his first. Team's fourth. Now Central up 8 with the basketball, will inbound from the baseline with 6:55 to go in the third quarter. Ledford out front to Mike Thacker, open for the three, didn't take it. Left wing to Farrar, short corner Ledford. Ledford, bounce pass out left wing to Farrar, into the paint for Farrar, off the glass for 2. Farrar saw a lane, took it, he has 7. Central up 10. Baker with it, front court for Meigs County. Baker still with it, dribbles through the lane, now right wing it goes to Davis. Whistle. 3 seconds on Newman. So that'll turn it over to the Chargers with 6:33 to go in the third. Whistle. And a technical foul on the coach. Perkinson hit with a technical. That'll be the... Thacker will go back to the free throw line and shoot 2. 5th team foul. Thacker makes that one. 9 for James Thacker. Central's lead's now 11 after the technical foul on Sammy Perkinson. Thacker makes them both. He has 10. Central lead is 12 with 6:32 to go in the third quarter. James Thacker enters front court right of the circle. Still with it's James Thacker. Works off a pick from Mack. Feeds it to Murphy. Murphy in the paint. Murphy turns. Kicks it out front. Mack Thacker. Had the open look. Didn't take it. Mack's into the paint. Floater up for Mack's good. 6 points for Mack. Central up now 14 with 6:06 to go in the third quarter. Baker drives. Baker off the glass for 2. 13 for Brantley. Central lead back down to 12 with 5:55 to go in the third quarter. James Thacker with it out front. James drives. James spins. James doesn't score. Ball rims out. Newman pulls down the rebound for Meigs. Now in front court, Baker with it. Baker down the lane. Pull-up jumper. No good. But Davis gets the rebound. Whistle. I say it's out of bounds off Meigs County. So Meigs will inbound from their baseline. Davis gets it in left wing to Swafford. Swafford, the free throw line. Swafford in the paint. Swafford's shot is short. Murphy pulls down the rebound for the Chargers. And with 5:30 to go in the third quarter, Ledford with it in front court. Chargers up 12. 41-29. Now Mike Thacker with it left wing. Back to Ledford. Tried to force it down low. That's a bad pass. Stolen away by Baker. And up ahead to Huckabee, who lays it in. So the Charger lead back down to 10 now. 5:07 to go in the third. Out front, James Thacker with it. James Thacker. Meg switches. James goes baseline. Shot rattles out. No good. Ledford gets the rebound and drives the lane to lay it back in. Ledford with a bucket. He has 7. Central lead back to 12 with 4:45 to go in the third quarter. Brantley Baker with it right wing. Whistle. Timeout on the floor. Back in 30 seconds. You listen to Charger basketball on 99.5 FM. Know the score. 4:41 remaining in the third quarter. It'll be Meigs County basketball coming out of the timeout. Central leads it here 43-31. Brantley Baker with it. Brantley pulls up left elbow, feeds it to Newman on the pick and roll, misses the shot. And Ledford pulled down the rebound, but he was standing out of bounds, they said. He never established himself in bounds. So Ledford gets a rebound and a turnover there. Whistle. And the coach has been confined to his chair. Ball in to Baker left block, he scores. So Baker with a bucket, he has 15. Chargers lead down to 10 with 4:16 to go in the third quarter. No lead was large enough in the girls' game tonight. Mike Thacker goes baseline, gives it over to Jack Murphy. His shot's blocked by Newman. Ledford gets the rebound, kicks it out. James Thacker for 3. It's no good. And it's going to go out of bounds over to Meigs County. Garrett King checks in for the first time here in the second half. In the first half, Garrett with 7 points. 3:55 to go in the third quarter. Central leads it by 10. Huckabee with the ball right wing to Davis. Right elbow. Jump shot missed badly. Newman gets the offensive board and puts it back in. 13 for Newman. And the Charger lead, that was 14's down to 8. James Thacker with it. Whistle and a foul going to be called, I believe, on Brantley Baker. His second, team 6th. So far, Chargers have been whistled for no second half fouls. Farrar with it between the circles. James Thacker with it deep right side. Carden set to come in next dead ball. Mac Thacker, ball, tried to get the entry pass to Mac. He wasn't really posted up, though. He was way out of the paint, and it was tipped out of bounds by Aaron Swafford. Swafford's wanting to break, I think. Carden inbounds. Out front it goes to Garrett King. Right wing to Farrar. Back to King. He's open. King kicks it back out to Mac Thacker. Mac sets the pick. Or Garrett King sets the pick. Mac doesn't take it. Goes left down the lane. Shot no good. Garrett King rebound and puts it back in. Garrett King with 9. Chargers on top by 10. 3:03 to go in the third quarter. Brantley Baker in front court. Over it goes to Huckabee left side. Huckabee in the paint. And they're going to call a pushing foul on Isaiah Farrar. That's his second. First of the half against Central. Actually, that's the second foul. I thought I was right. Ball in to Newman. Newman in the paint. Goes up and under. Shot good for Newman. 15 for Newman. Charger lead back down to 8. 2:43 to go in the third. Armstrong asking for a walk. James Thacker goes off the pick. Pulls up in the paint. Shot's good for James. 12 for James Thacker. Up ahead, Newman behind the defense. Reverse layup good. 17 for Newman. 8-point lead again for the Chargers. James Thacker steps back. Works in the paint. Down the lane. Jump ball. And it's Charger basketball. As Meigs County ties it up as James tried to drive left side of the lane. Ball into James Thacker, left wing, spots up for a 3. That one's no good. Long rebound's going to go over to Meigs County. So they'll have the ball back with 2:12 to go in the third quarter. Central 47, Meigs 39. Baker with a basketball front court. Over to Swafford, now left wing Anderson. Free throw line is Huckabee. Huckabee works his way in the paint. Shot is up, it's no good. Mike Thacker pulls down the rebound. Into front court to Darius Carden. Carden right wing. Carden in the paint. Carden's floater is no good. Tipped around and Baker comes out with the ball. Baker pulls up right side of the lane, drains the jumper. 17 for Brantley Baker in the Charger lead. That was 14 down to 6 with 1:37 to go in the third quarter. James Thacker with a basketball. Thank goodness for the technicals. And a bad pass for James Thacker, but Swafford can't take it away as he steps on the sideline. So Thacker turned it over. Swafford got the steal and the turnover all in one little foul swoop. Took 2 dribbles and stepped on the sideline. James Thacker with the ball out front. 6-point lead for the Chargers. 1:15 to go in the third quarter. James works off the pick from Garrett King. Left block, feeds it back to Garrett. Garrett works his way down the lane. He's whistle. Foul, he'll go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Fouls on Fritz, his second, team 7th. So Garrett King will go to the free throw line. First trip tonight to the line for Garrett. He has 9 points. He had 7 in the first half. And with 1:10 to go in the third quarter, Central up 6. The Chargers, Garrett King at the line. Free throw is up. It is no good. And Baker pulls down the rebound. Quickly up ahead, Huckabee on the right wing. To Swafford, to the trailing Fritz, who puts it in. Swafford with the assist. And it's a 4-point game. Over it goes to Ledford. Ledford drives. Ledford Lost the basketball. Turnover. So Meggs gets the ball back. 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Central's lead is down to 4. Well, 13-4. I believe it was 44-30, wasn't it? Well, 13-4 run by the Tigers. A 13-3 run, rather. Swafford with it. Over it goes to Anderson. Anderson with it, out to Baker. They're going to try to play for a two for one as they have the arrow and possession in the quarter. Into the paint to Huckabee. Huckabee off the glass for 2. It's a 2-point game. 4 points for Huckabee. Baker got the assist. In the front court, and that's the end of the third quarter. Chargers lead it by only 2 after 3 here at the Roundhouse on 99.5 FM. What's Meigs County basketball as we begin the final quarter. 47-45, Chargers on top. Huckabee with it, right wing. There's Anderson in the paint, pulls up, shot is no good. Ledford pulls down the rebound. Chargers up 2 with the basketball, 7:40 to go in the game. Carden with it out front. Over it goes to James Thacker. Garrett King going to clear out. James going to try to drive on Brantley Baker. Maybe not. Left corner it goes to Carden. Carden still with it. Left side of the lane, Mac Thacker, pull up jumper, good. Carden gets the assist. Thacker now with 8 points. And Central's back up by 4 with 7:15 to go. Baker pulls up the other end. Shot is no good. Ledford with another rebound. He gives it up to James Thacker. Quickly in the right corner it goes to Mac Thacker. Mac pump fake, drive to the hoop, shot no good. Garrett King with a rebound. His shot blocked by Anderson. Thacker gets the rebound and puts it in. 10 for Mac. Central up 6. 6:45 to go in the ball game. Meigs with the basketball. Anderson with it left wing. Anderson still with it. Out front it goes to Swafford. Swafford drilling right side front court. Goes over left side now to Anderson. Anderson tried to get it left wing. Threw it away. Stolen by Ledford. Ledford to the other end for 2. And timeout on the floor. Chargers up 8 with 6:21 to go. Back in 30 seconds on 99.5 FM. 45, Chargers with the lead. Meigs County basketball with 6:21 to go in the ball game. Meigs cut it to 2. At the end of the fourth quarter, Chargers have scored the first 6 points of the fourth quarter, and they lead it by 8. Brantley Baker enters front court right side. Over it goes to Huckabee on the right wing. Ledford up in his jersey. Huckabee still with it. Almost tipped away. Now he drives, misses the shot, and Mac Thacker clears the rebound for the Chargers. Now James with it front court to the trailing Carden. Carden feeds it down low. Garrett King for 2. Carden with the assist. Garrett King with 11. Central's up 10. Anderson with it left wing. Anderson still with it to Brantley Baker. Baker picks up his dribble, lobs it over to Newman near the Meigs County bench. Newman almost traveled. Newman in the paint. Newman did travel. I thought they missed it the first time. They got it maybe that time. And Mac Thacker has turned his ankle. Jack Murphy going to enter the game. I hope it's an ankle. I believe it's an ankle. By looks of his shoe, I think he turned his ankle. Sequoia Loudon tied at 53 after 3 quarters. Loudon undefeated heading into that game tonight. Here it's Chargers up 10 with 5:25 to go. Down low to Ledford. To Murphy. Murphy's shot blocked by Newman, but Ledford gets the rebound. Over it goes left side to King. King in the paint. King's runner. 2 points. The baby hook from Garrett King. Off the dribble. 13 for Garrett. Chargers are up 12. And a turnover, Meigs County. Huckabee tried to get the pass to Davis, goes out of bounds. And Chargers get the ball back. 5:03 to go in the game, up 12. Garrett King with it, right corner. Out front it goes to James Thacker. James works off a pick from Garrett. Pulls up free throw line. Bottom. 14 for James Thacker. Central's lead is 14. 4:44 to go in the ball game. Baker going to drive. Left side of the lane off the glass for two. 19 for Brantley Baker. It's a 12-point lead for the Chargers with 4:30 to go. James Thacker with it out front. Carden with the pick. They switch. James with it right wing. Over it goes left wing to Ledford. Ledford with the basketball. Ledford going to drive. Ledford down the lane. Reverse layup. No good as it rimmed out. Brantley Baker pulls down the rebound. Into front court. Baker with the basketball. To Newman. Newman reverse layup. Good. And we have timeout on the floor. Sammy Ferguson wants timeout. It's a 10-point lead for the Chargers. 4:07 to go. We'll be back in 60 seconds on 99.5 FM. Ten-point lead for the Chargers. 4:07 to go. Meigs County in a press. Chargers break it. Thacker with it front court. Now dribbles out near the timeline. 3:57 to go. Central up 10. Gets a pick from that Jack Murphy. Pull up right side. Shot is no good. And Davis with a rebound for Meigs County. Baker enters front court with the basketball. Baker's going to drive to the glass and score. Almost at will tonight. 21 points for Brantley Baker. Charger lead back down to 8. James Thacker in front court. Over it goes to Garrett King. Garrett King over to Darius Carden. Carden goes baseline. Jack Murphy left block. Out front to James Thacker. Charger's going to run some clock. Right corner to Darius Carden for three. It rattled out. No good. Davis pulls down the board. 3:15 to go in the ball game. Charger lead down to 8. Backdoor cut to Newman for two. Baker to Newman. 21 for Newman. The 6-point lead now for the Chargers. Darius Carden now with it front court left side. 3 minutes to go. And Carden turns it over. Swafford with a steal. Swafford with a layup. It's a 4-point game. First bucket of the night for Swafford. And the Charger lead back down to 4 now with 2:45 to go. Farrar to King. Shot no good. Gets his own rebound and he puts it back in. 15 for Garrett King. Charger lead back up to 6. 2:30 to go. Huckabee with it in front court from Meigs County. Now Brantley Baker. Baker, long three. No good. Carden with the rebound. Outlet pass to James Thacker. James in front court with it. Over it goes to Carden right side. Carden going to work his way to the glass. Shot no good. Murphy with the rebound. It's no good. Whistle, jump ball, and it's Charger basketball. Carden will inbound with 2:12 to go in the ball game. Central up 6. Farrar with it right wing. Over to Carden in the right corner. Carden picks up his dribble. Out front it comes to Farrar. Farrar working on Huckabee. I thought that was a foul. Now Carden got it in the baseline. Carden still with it. Feeds it to Murphy. Give and go. Carden scores. Murphy with the assist. Carden, his 4th point tonight. Central's up 8. 1:50 to go. Baker down low. Threw it away. Charger basketball. Bad pass for Newman. Only the first turnover of the night for Baker. Hadn't been a ton of turnovers from Meigs County tonight. They've taken care of the ball. Carden with it in back court. Now to Farrar in front court. Almost threw him into a trap. Carden trails, takes the pass, drives the lane, shot no good. That could have been goaltending. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul's going to be on Baker, his 3rd, team's 8th. So now Darius Carden at the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. His team leading by 8 with 1:34 remaining. First free throw, no good. Second free throw for Carden. Missed them both. Newman with the rebound. Up ahead to Davis. In the left corner, Huckabee for 3. That's an air ball. And it's going to go out of bounds off Meigs County to the Chargers with 1:27 to go. They had position on the Chargers for the rebound, couldn't handle it. They didn't expect an air ball. In it goes to Farrar. Farrar in backcourt, dribbling off his leg, about to lose it, gives it up to Carden, and Armstrong calls timeout to save the 10-second call. Back in 30 seconds, Chargers up 8 late over Meigs County. WYGO Sport score. Welcome back to the Roundhouse. Chargers lead it by 8. Have the basketball. Court length away from their bucket with 1:21 to go in the ball game. Carden gets it into front. James Thacker with it right wing. Still dribbling out front. Over it goes to Carden. Into the left corner. Farrar while we're shooting. Missed the shot. I don't know why we're shooting up 8 with a little over a minute to go. Huckabee pulls down the rebound. Left wing it goes to Swafford. Swafford almost stepped on the sideline. Swafford into the paint. Swafford to the glass for 2. 4 for Swafford. And the Charger lead down to 6 with 50 seconds to go. Carden in front court. Over to Farrar. His floater. No good. Long rebound to Baker. Baker up ahead. Swafford reverse layup 2. It's a 4-point game because the Chargers up 8, shooting themselves out of it. We'll be back. 60 seconds. Chargers lead down to 4. Meg's going to press, no doubt. Actually, 36.5 seconds to go, not 26.5. Into Farrar. Farrar back over to Carden. Into front court it goes to James Thacker. James Thacker's fouled by Baker, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 1-1. 4th foul on Baker. 9th team foul. Thacker 3 of 4. 3 of 4 from the line tonight. Free throw up, it's no good. Davis with a rebound. 4-point game, Meigs County with the ball. Baker drives to the glass and scores. 23 for Baker, it's a 2-point game. Carden gets it into front court to Farrar. Whistle. And now it'll be a double bonus as Davis commits the foul. His first, team 10th. So Farrar will shoot 2, his first trip to the line tonight. He has 7 points. Free throw up and good. Now the Charger lead back to 3. This will be a big shot here. Made them both. 4-point lead for the Chargers with 16.7 seconds to go. We'll be back in 60 seconds on 99.5 FM. 16.7 seconds to go in the ball game. Central's up 4 after Isaiah Farrar made 2 free throws. 65-61. Huckabee picks up his dribble in front court as they rolls all the way in. Baker with it. Baker steps back. 3. Missed it. Newman's there for the putback. 23 for Newman. Whistle and a foul with 5.6 seconds to go. And walking to the free throw line is going to be Ledford. Foul's going to be on Davis, his second. Double bonus for Ledford. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Makes that one. Was back to a 3-point lead for the Chargers. 66-63, 5.6 seconds to go. He made them both. That's big. And we have timeout on the floor. Back in 30 seconds on 99.5 FM. Make them inbound it again. They need to come up and guard them. We're not ready. We're not broke our huddle. They've rolled the ball all the way into front court. Clock never ran. Baker drives. Baker's shot's good, but they are out of timeouts and the Chargers win it. Chargers fooling around in their defensive huddle. Baker picked up the basketball, top of the key, scored the bucket. Coach Armstrong won't be happy about that, but the final score at the buzzer, Chargers 67, Meigs County 65. Take a break, come back with your final stats. You listen to Charger basketball on 99.5 FM WYGO Sports. Know the score.